I'm sure you've at least heard by now that Logan Paul was caught with his pants down, exposed for one of the largest scams ever run by an influencer. This was all brought to light by the finest detective YouTube has ever had, a channel known as CoffeeZilla. I've talked about CoffeeZilla more than Amy Schumer's talked about her vagina. I can't get enough of his content, and I can't recommend his channel highly enough. It is beautiful stuff. He's like a real-world L from Death Note. But instead of solving murder mysteries, he's solving scams. He's become a boogeyman to any fraudster online, where if he knocks on your door, they run to the basement and hide, like Batman striking fear into the hearts of criminals. And recently, he set his sights on Logan Paul. This is actually an investigation that's been going on for an extremely long time. CoffeeZilla has spent at least a year going through every single detail of this case and getting all sides, talking to the people that helped develop it, as well as people affected by it, and even core members of the team that were in the know on what was going on from the beginning of this project, from the goddamn birth of it. From the very beginning, CoffeeZilla has talked to one of the people that helped bring this project to life, like at the genesis of CryptoZoo. Now, to break it down into a nutshell, CryptoZoo was supposed to be a play-to-earn crypto game where you buy a shitcoin called Zoo, which you use to purchase an NFT egg, which hatches into stock photos of animals. And then you can like breed those stock photos of animals into more stock photos. That's the entire gameplay loop. You look at fucking PNG stock photos of animals that combine like a whale with a frog. That's it. And where you can earn money is by burning those PNGs that you get. And then you can get Zoo in return, claim your yield. It sounds like the worst game ever fucking made. It's a worse game than Super Fight, which was a $200 Steam game that was a single level and only 30 seconds of gameplay. I'd have more fun watching my own car catch on fire with all of my shit inside of it than playing CryptoZoo, but it was never designed to be a game that's fun to play. From the very beginning, it was clearly designed to be a money-making scam to exploit Logan Paul's massive audience. And the game also never even worked, and to this day, over a year later, still doesn't work. You were never able to actually play, and you were never able to actually earn. Unless, of course, you were one of the founders from the beginning. Because then, there were a couple of founders that made a lot of money, including a cameo from someone you might be familiar with from previous scams, Jake the Crypto King, known for his Pokemon scam back in the day. He's back. I said on stream that this whole thing feels like the series finale to Logan Paul's career, where all of the side characters come in together for one big final oorah, like an episode where they bring in everyone to celebrate the end of the show. It is crazy just how deep this CryptoZoo rabbit hole goes. I don't want to spoil anything, but yes, Agent 47 is back, and he is once again a very shady and big piece of shit in this whole thing. There are no good guys on the CryptoZoo team. I don't want to get too deep into it because CoffeeZilla tells the whole story, but let me just give you the cliff notes here to get you hooked. This not only has scams galore, it even has fake orphans. It has a man who claims to have won the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles in 2018, despite never having even been associated with football in any capacity. The same guy also claiming to have been like a CIA operative, as well as hacking AOL. There's market manipulation. There's betrayal with the founding fathers of CryptoZoo stabbing each other in the back repeatedly. It just plays out like a soap opera, but was real. Like, even the scammers were scamming each other. So not only were normal people getting fucked in the mouth and losing money on this completely fraudulent product, but even the scammers were scamming each other. Like, it was just pure pandemonium and chaos. There was even a point where the code got stolen and taken to Switzerland, held hostage for $1 million ransom. Like, the web here is so wild and wacky. It is an unreal journey. And I don't want to spoil it all here. I highly recommend you watch the entire 3-part series from CoffeeZilla. I'm only going to be showing you the first part here that I watched and went over to get the bare bones breakdown of the situation, as well as setting the stage, the foundation for the whole investigation going forward. It is just such an incredible ride. CoffeeZilla has truly outdone himself with this investigation, and I'm extremely excited to see how Logan Paul defends it because the evidence that CoffeeZilla showcases seems pretty bulletproof. It seems like there's not a whole lot of wiggle room for excuses or any kind of justification for anything in regards to CryptoZoo. But, of course, on January 3rd, Logan Paul has hyped up that his response is coming on his podcast, which to me just feels like an advertisement more than anything. But I will, of course, withhold full judgment until I hear his side, since he hasn't been very open to sharing his side for the last year. This has been like my most anticipated show of the entire year. CoffeeZilla's 3-part deep dive into Logan Paul's crypto scam, CryptoZoo. So I'm extremely excited, and I'm super happy to see CoffeeZilla go so hard on this. He's gained like almost 400,000 subs since posting these videos, something like that, and he deserves it. I know he spent quite a few months investigating this. I know he's also reached out to Logan Paul numerous times to try and get his side of the story, but has been dodged and ducked every single time until he finally posted this video. I saw Logan Paul's tweet saying, actually I'll just pull it up instead of paraphrasing. He did the standard, "I used to love CoffeeZilla, and I always think he gets everything right, until now. Now he fucked up." Like, this is very cookie cutter. Somehow, every single time CoffeeZilla talks about some kind of big scam like this is always the response. While I generally appreciate Steven's creative genius and exceptional work ethic, I mean that, this one is simply not true. When appropriate, all bad actors will be exposed, explained, and held fully accountable. I'll speak further on Impulsive, January 3rd. Which, to me, reads more like an advertisement for his podcast than anything. But I always just love this first line because this is boilerplate at this point. This is what everyone says when CoffeeZilla makes a video about them. A creative genius, one of the best in the business. Ace detective, like Benoit Blanc. But this time he fucked up, trust me. This time he's wrong.
I lost $25,000.
$120,000.
This is absolutely shocking to me. These aren't children. You're telling me these adults watch Logan Paul? Or did they had to have just heard about this from like crypto subreddits, discords, all trying to like hype train the shit out of this? I refuse to believe that this is Logan Paul's audience. No fucking shot.
$500,000 Australian, which is $500,000 in CryptoZoo.
Shut up!
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 500K.
Oh no.
Today we're investigating Logan Paul's
Yikes.
CryptoZoo, a
Oh my
blockchain
God.
game that made millions but never worked. And of course, at the center of it, we have Logan Paul himself, who has abandoned this thing,
WWE
leaving
superstar,
thousands of
baby.
fake orphans in his wake. Wait a second. Thousands of victims in his wake.
For the last 6 months, I've been working on my own NFT project. We have a massive team behind it. And
Real quick, you might be asking yourself, well, what experience does Logan Paul have with NFTs? And that's a great question to be asking, and I have the answer. He was actually a pioneer in NFTs, and in fact still has some of the best NFTs of all time, such as... are these still up on OpenSea? Well, here's his NFT Pokemon cards. Beautiful stuff, obviously. Very high quality stuff. And, I mean, only $10,000 for that. So, I mean, reasonably priced as well. Where are his... He used to sell clips. So you could pay thousands of dollars to get an NFT clip of him boxing. Which was a fucking bargain. Honestly, just giving it away at that price. You get like 15-second Twitter clips of his boxing matches. Where are they?
September 1st, CryptoZoo.co.
We don't scam.
That's
I've
fine.
never scammed anyone before. Logan cares extremely deeply about his audience, loves his audience, loves his brand, doesn't have to scam to make money.
True, but you make a lot of money doing it, I imagine, so...
Welcome to part
cookie
one,
jar
the
was too
million-dollar
appealing.
mystery that began this whole story.
For the last 6 months, I've been working on my own NFT project. I think there needs
Whoa.
to be a fresh take, and this project that I have is that fresh take.
Now look, at first,
Yep,
I was
let's
just as
go.
surprised at this pitch as anyone else because I just got finished roasting Logan for a different coin called Dink Doink, which is fans
Doink.
lose money on.
I'm a Dink Doink fan.
And it wasn't even a project at all. It was a game that could earn you money.
I'm excited to launch.
Called pay to
You
earn.
keep using a, and you
Or,
just did it
Jesus,
again. You keep
play to
using a
earn.
word there. Game. You're not using like a project. It's a game.
It's a game. It's a really fun game that makes you money.
You started by buying this crypto token called Zoo, which is their in-game currency, and you use Zoo coins to then buy egg NFTs, which you can then hatch to become animals. You then can breed those two animals to become hybrid animals. For example, if you breed a gorilla,
What a fun
and
sounding
kitten, you
game.
get a gore kitty. And the more rare the NFT, the
I get to
higher
breed
the daily
animals?
yield
Sign
of
me
Zoo
up.
tokens that animal earns you every day. Theoretically, it works like almost like passive income. You can then burn your animal NFTs to release the zoo they earned back to you, and from there you can invest it into eggs or just cash out. Now, some of you of the Egyptian persuasion might notice some triangular qualities
No, that's a
to this game
coincidence.
description.
We handmade art for the past 6 months, bro. Approval, very specific notes, 10 different artists making art for our project.
That doesn't
Now,
sound
I'll
like a
admit,
lot of artists.
This all
for
sounds
that.
very enticing. Handmade art, a
Not
fun
really.
game that can earn you
Doesn't
money,
sound
and
enticing.
one of the biggest influencers in the world backing it.
It was Logan Paul at the end of the day. An internet personality that I actually trusted. That I actually
Why?
kind of
What did?
believed
What?
in.
Obviously,
Well,
when
I feel terrible that that happened to you, but what? What in the history of Logan Paul has earned anyone's trust ever? Like, I can't think of anything he's ever done that was honest. Like, I legitimately can't. Except for him saying that he made a repeated lapse in his judgment when he filmed a dead body. Like, that's like the only thing I can think of with like honesty associated with Logan Paul. But yeah, I mean, Prime did come out. I've tried it. I mean, it's a real drink. I wasn't instantly poisoned or anything. It was fine. I actually thought it was good. But I'm just going to chalk that up to KSI. I'm just going to say KSI did everything because I legitimately have no trust in Logan.
But as the game got closer to release, the CryptoZoo team started releasing the first ever photos of these animals. And come to find out, this handmade art story wasn't really true. It was actually Adobe stock photos mashed together. This was the sort of first
What?
red flag of this project.
Hey!
And I made a video about it at the time, but it was kind
Let's
of
go.
surface level, and something
what the
didn't
fuck?
add up beneath the surface. Something where I just couldn't. And it's not handmade at all. It's not even original. It's what's called a fork, a copy of, you know, some other code that exists out there. One of them is called Floki Shib X, which launched before it. So where'd this $1 million go? I didn't understand.
There never was.
Wait. Play that again. Did you hear that?
There was no way to claim your yield. There never was.
Hold on.
I can't
The core
believe it.
mechanic of crypto
What?
that you can make money with these stupid
No.
animals didn't even work on launch day, and still to this day, a year later, still does not work.
So I acquired a bunch of eggs, and I actually want to play the game. I didn't acquire the eggs with the intent of keeping them. I actually wanted to hatch them and see what I got out of them and play in this ecosystem that's for this.
I am sorry this happened to you, my friend. What compelled you to want to play this game? There is no game. The game is you buy an egg, and then we give you a stock photo of what this animal might look like with a goofy nose. What is the game? Like, the only reason anyone would have ever put money into this is off the hope that they're somehow able to make a payday out of it. Like, cash in their yield for some kind of profit. There is no, like, actual game mechanics. It is, here's a couple pictures you can look at. That's it. That's fucking it. Just the worst Pokemon. It's not even a Pokemon at all. Like, even, let's take a card game. Even a card game has game mechanics. You play against someone, there is a goal, there is something you do, there is an actual gameplay element to it. Here, the gameplay is you hatch an egg, and we combine this photo of a moose with a photo of my cat. And that's it. And now you have played our game, and now you can either choose to keep that picture and hope it appreciates in value, you know, yield some more zoo, or you burn it to acquire your zoo. Those are your two options, neither of which constitute a game. Jesus Christ.
It's never been up.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture. There's nothing I could do with it.
You're kidding!
That's the whole game. It's just a picture.
There's
Even when you
nothing I
can
do with
hatch,
it.
it's just another
You can
picture.
you can ask any of those community guys. It's basically worth nothing whatsoever.
Wow. So on launch day, basically nothing worked. And a year later, that's still true. Now, after this was discovered, the price of Zoo fell 63% in just 24 hours. CryptoZoo already got millions in investments, but Logan only speaks in the Discord twice over the next year to say, quote, sober, currently shaking my head, and yo.
Yo!
That was his contribution to this project. Meanwhile, his community manager, Ben Roth.
Because surely Logan Paul, who's got this billion-dollar hydration company and a WWE star, he's got enough money. He doesn't need to rug us lot.
And it's because of these false promises about marketing that these poor investors believed in CryptoZoo so long. They sat and watched every Logan Paul episode.
It actually is very impressive how far you can get when people just believe that you're too wealthy to exploit them. Like, if someone just believes you have so much money, that for some reason makes you trustworthy. That's wild to me. Because I'd always think it's the fucking opposite.
Too much of this is out, but he's been working on a massive project.
And one of them will be the biggest thing I ever do. It's like my life and soul is put into this project. Which is where most of my time these days goes.
I'll tell you about this project when we get closer to launch. This project line is going to be...
Is that the thing with the egg? Like the zoo?
No.
Okay, that's one.
This is going to be, this is crazy.
No, that shit sucks. That shit is garbage. I can't believe you guys bought that.
If you're one of
Holy
these
fuck, it was
investors,
awful.
And Logan
You
Paul's
brought up the egg?
pitching this
That was a
new
joke.
secret project, and you're thinking it's CryptoZoo, and someone's like, "Oh, is it that thing with the eggs?" And he's like, "No, definitely not. That was the last project. This is the real project that I'm working on."
Much going on behind the scenes. Like, dog, I'm not the bad guy here. Yeah. There's some actual out there. Yeah. And it's not me. Like, I'm here to build.
Oh, okay.
This
Well, now that's
a lot of people
okay. Well, now I believe
see
you.
dollar signs. Like any burgeoning industry, if there's money to be made, there's going to be both good and bad people.
Okay, well, at least we set the record straight.
Space. I'm learning all of it. We had an issue. Took the code that he made, fled to Switzerland, actually fled to Switzerland, and like held it hostage for $1 million. Like behind the scenes drama that took a stick and stuck it in the spokes of my wheels.
Oh, well, that wasn't expected. There's a shady developer who held up Logan's code hostage in Switzerland. That's why this hasn't worked the whole time. He held it hostage for $1 million. Well, and find out the truth of what happened. Why did he steal Logan's code for $1 million? However,
that's what I really appreciate about CoffeeZilla. He's such a stronger man than I. That is like the most egregiously bullshit story ever. Like, genuinely, I don't believe a single fucking phrase uttered in that same breath. I don't think there's any world where that's actually true, but CoffeeZilla is still going to investigate it anyway.
I finally got a hold of him, and when I did, he
It's
admitted
true?
he
No
took the code
way.
hostage, but he says the reason for it was nothing like what Logan had said.
What?
They never paid me anything at all, ever. I never paid. And, we got to a point when I was working on it where I just realized they were just going to try to steal all of my work and not pay me. So I took all of the source code private, 30 engineers. I'm burning $50,000 a week on building this thing.
Building what? You take a picture and you have your stock photos that you mash together to make a new picture when it hatches. Where is $50,000 a week going? Where? How? Holy shit, this is outrageous. But I am beyond shocked that this is at least a half-truth. So the guy did flee to Switzerland after holding the code hostage, but it was because Logan didn't pay him or the team. So he was telling a half-truth on the situation. I can't believe any part of it was true. That is already quite the twist for me.
According to him, they negotiated a $1 million payday for this whole project. And from the second I heard that, I thought, oh, that's interesting, because Logan claims he spent $1 million on this whole thing. And this developer saying he's owed $1 million on this.
We've been paid nothing. I would have loved to have Zoo, but I don't have any.
So that's multiple sources working on the CryptoZoo team project who were not paid. Now, obviously, these are big accusations, which is why I wanted to confront Logan Paul on them. But unfortunately, we're not exactly on speaking terms. So I wonder, how could I speak to Logan without speaking to Logan? Logan Paul's manager, a guy named Jeff Levin.
Oh, Jeff.
He might be
Fuck.
just what we need
Jeff,
to settle this whole thing. So I gave him a call.
Hello? Hey, Jeff. Hey, sorry to bother you. This is Steven with CoffeeZilla. I'm calling because I've heard reports that CryptoZoo hasn't paid their development team, and I'm just reaching out for comment before I do this story. I just want to follow up on that.
I have no comment for it.
Okay,
oh, well, fair enough.
Are you guys denying it, or are you saying it's not true?
Just no comment. I don't think that the information is true.
You guys have a whole side to
I know,
your
but
story here.
Your job as someone that is reporting news is to actually verify correct news.
Well,
Right, that's why I'm calling you.
I know, and that's legal grounds for that stuff. So I'm just telling you, legally, you have to report correct news with verifiable information.
Right, that's why I'm calling you.
As we've been advised always, is if anybody reports fake news, that's where we won't.
Then set the record straight.
call was-
What? What? Is everyone around Logan just a fucking idiot? Like an actual bumbling buffoon? Huh? That is why he called you. You could have absolutely just, if it's not true, shut it down. Or tell him, yeah, it's not true. I wasn't aware of this. We can go ahead and get some material together to prove that it's all fake. Bang. Right then and there. You don't have to immediately tell CoffeeZilla all the evidence or anything. Just say like, hey, it's not true. If you can give us some time, we can get together all the material and send it your way to prove that they're being dishonest about the information. Simple. Jesus Christ, Logan, hire me as your manager. Jesus. Could have saved you a massive fucking headache if this is all fake. How can you be so dumb?
A mess. Jeff, Logan's manager, seems to be implying that I'm not allowed to repeat allegations his own development team made, even though Logan can go on podcasts and publicly accuse those developers of stealing his code. Not only that, he's the one who refuses to provide any evidence, but seems to sort of be implying that maybe we'll sue you if you tell this to anyone, which he then denies doing when I ask him if that's what he's doing.
Told you I have no comment to it. Telling you once again, from a legal standpoint, you have to report truth. If you do not
Is this an
verify
NPC?
truth,
Why does he keep saying this?
Then you're just allegations, and those then will be handled the way that we want to handle it.
Okay. I understand you may have graduated Arizona State with the business degree, but holy shit, that is not being put to good use here, Jeff. You must have fallen ass backwards into this position. He is calling you so that way you can defend against the allegations. You don't have to do it right now on the phone call. Just say they're not true, and we will defend them. And here's our evidence. We can eventually get you our evidence. It is that simple. Like, it is that fucking simple. How dumb is this guy? Like, oh my god. He is calling you because he is trying to verify it as a trustworthy source. He wants the whole story. And how the fuck else is he supposed to verify it without talking to you? The team, the people behind it, the ones who now have the allegations. You are the only ones that can verify the authenticity of the claims. He can't go to the Better Business Bureau, who's somehow going to be having all the fucking answers to this. This guy is so dumb. He is so unbelievably dumb. And then making that like a sly little threat about it. He's Logan Paul's actual punching bag. He has to just keep Jeff around just to take all of the flack. That's got to be the only reason. He's like a little public spittoon for Logan Paul. Oh, what? No, I would have absolutely denied these things. Oh, that's just Jeff. Jeff, man, he's so fucking dumb. Yeah, no, oh my god, I can't believe Jeff. What a silly guy.
I have no comment on the situation.
Mm-hmm. Good defense.
Your job legally is to report facts. If you don't report facts on the information you're given, it is illegal.
It's not. You can report allegations. That's the whole fucking point of an allegation. He's not saying it's the truth. He is saying they're allegations, and he wants to verify, are these allegations accurate, or are they inaccurate? You can absolutely talk about allegations.
Who is he? Who is Eddie Ibanez?
It's a made-up name. That's a made-up name,
hi,
isn't
my
it?
name's Eddie Ibanez, lead developer here at CryptoZoo.
Oh,
This
never mind.
reporter said
Damn,
Eddie's
thought it was gonna be a
entire
crazy
story
plot twist.
is fake.
Wait, what?